These are the thoughts and opinions of DJ Prime. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to Conversations with Prime.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Prime. Is paying homage okay? Episode 30. Once again, these are my thoughts, these are my opinions. Let's have a conversation. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody that's tuning in with the Conversations of Prime. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for keeping hope alive and keeping the journey alive. And RIP to those that's not here with us anymore today. Let's have a moment of silence for everybody that passed away. This is an interesting topic. I think all my topics are interesting, but is paying homage okay? Now, I'm gonna give you my take on it. I'm gonna tell you the downsides of it and everything and what I feel. The benefits to me of paying homage is that, we're gonna pertain it to DJing. We're gonna stick with DJing. It could go with music, singing, whatever it is. But we're gonna stick to DJing. Say if you learn somebody's routine, right? And you wanna pay homage, like you wanna put it online, or if you know the person, you wanna do it in front of them, or if you know a friend that knows the person and you wanna perform it. Now the benefits of that is that you may get props if you do it right. They may say, oh, I like the way you did that. Your status may go up, the gas level may go up. And the benefits of that is it takes time to learn, whether it's a pattern, a full routine, a mix, a scratch, whatever. It takes time. So that's where the benefit comes to me. It's taking time to learn something. Sometimes it could be very complicated, very challenging, and you learn that, kudos, good one. So that's where the benefits come into paying homage. It's the good side. To me, the downside of it, let's say if you take time out to learn that, you put all that energy into learning somebody else's routine. Like I just mentioned before, there's some good in it. But my thing is, you take all that time to do that routine, what if it doesn't work? Meaning, like if you put it online, or if you have the guts to perform it somewhere and it's just not right, which is really never gonna be 100% right because it's not yours. And so this is when the downward spiral starts to happen. And you put all that energy into somebody else's routine, all that energy into what somebody else created, when you could have just put that into something new, something original, something homegrown. Good and bad to it, it's a dark side and it's a bright side. One thing, like I mentioned, it can help, it can help you understand certain things that you probably couldn't understand. Maybe I'm guilty of it. One thing, I don't never try to do somebody's whole routine. I may take an idea from it and then I may use it and then flip it another way and of course do it to something different. Now there are many routines that I did before. I wouldn't say routines, certain patterns that I did and I show off to my friends, or I may just put it online, but I make sure I tag the DJ when I do it. And that's just, I don't really try to make it a thing where I'm doing it all the time. But yeah, I've did it before. There's nothing wrong with it, like I said. But like everything has positive and negative to it. So like I said, it can help you understand certain elements of certain patterns, certain routines, whether it's a scratch, whether it's a beat juggle, or a way a person mixes a song. It can help you, and that can help you further on down the line when it comes to your own creativity. And I would say don't do it too much. Don't make a habit out of doing it too much, because then you're gonna basically be relying on this invisible crutch that's not there. And then when you take the time out to learn somebody's routine or learn somebody's pattern, then you're gonna think it's gonna be that easy when it comes to learning something of your own, creating something yourself. So that's why I said it don't really make sense to do it too much. Definitely don't do that. And me personally, and I've seen it, and I'm gonna speak to some upcoming guests that I have about this. I don't think it's a good idea to do it in public, especially now that we live in this era where everything's being recorded. I mean, everything's being recorded. Look, I'm being recorded right now. I'm being recorded right now to do this. But who knows if there's a camera in my TV or something like that, but we're all being watched. So I don't think it's a good idea to do it in public. For one, especially if you're going somewhere where, let's say, it's a lot of DJs that know that DJ, it's not gonna really be a good thing unless they're expecting you to do that, or if this was your friend or your partner and he's no longer here anymore and you wanna do do his routine, I think that's dope. But if you want to take it upon yourself and to do it and to do it in a battle, I think that's a super no-no. You know, I think that's just a violation to the highest degree. And that's just my opinion. You know, other people may think differently. And I say, like, if you're gonna do somebody's routine, take pieces from it. Maybe take a small section of it, flip it your way, do it a little differently. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, because there's a lot of routines that I do now, a lot of patterns that I do that I learned from other DJs, either watching them or it was taught to me. And I just flipped it my way, and people they can never tell, because I have never got somebody say, hey, really? I don't think it even happened once. So, you know, routine, just take some ideas from it. Really, to wrap it up, it will do more harm than good. It will do more harm than good, so you gotta be very careful, because you don't wanna have that label on your back like, yo, this is a biter. You know what I'm saying? This is a copycat. This person doesn't create nothing. You don't wanna have that attached to you. It's just not a good thing, especially if you're trying to make a name for yourself and if you're trying to be in this creative space. You don't wanna have that label on your back like, yo, this dude is known for copying people's routines and battles, you know, copying people's routines. It's not a good look, trust me. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time. This is Conversations with Prime, episode 30. Is paying homage okay? Once again, these are my thoughts. These are my opinions. We're just having a conversation. Please like, share, and subscribe if you don't mind. We're trying to get them subscribers up. And I want to thank you again for watching Conversations with Prime. If you need any DJ lessons, the information is right there for you. Contact me anytime. Let's get to these lessons. Peace.